Welcome to the Sendy Spotlight. So our Sendy Spotlight today is on an incredible woman who has touched the lives of countless families worldwide, Maria Montessori. So Maria was an Italian physician and educator best known for developing the Montessori method of education, which emphasized independence, creativity, and hands-on learning. I felt it was appropriate to talk about Maria Montessori's innovative approach to education after exploring Lanny's life, which has been so much about creativity and teaching children independence, hands-on learning, and to have a good work ethic. Maria Montessori was born in Italy in 1870 at a time when societal expectations for women were rigidly defined. But Maria didn't conform to those expectations. She was an avid reader, and at age 13, she entered an all-boys school to study engineering. She eventually decided to pursue an education in medicine, and she applied to the University of Rome and was rejected. But she wasn't deterred, and she took additional courses in order to reapply with better entrance exam scores. She became one of Italy's first female doctors in 1896, paving the way for other women with ambition in the future and demonstrating her resilience and perseverance in the face of disappointment, which is something that we can all learn from, right? Maria's initial practice was in psychiatry. She developed a deep interest in the needs of children, and she began working with children labeled as unteachable, many of whom had disabilities. Through careful observation and experimentation, she discovered that these children could learn effectively when given the right environment and tools. She ended up as the co-director of the Orthophrenic School in Rome. This was a training institute for special education teachers. The teachers worked with students who were selected from asylums or because of learning difficulties in the mainstream schools. Maria fell in love with her co-director, and they had a child. When she was shunned by her lover and he married another woman, she sent her child, Mario, to the countryside. Unable to be near her ex-lover, she resigned her post and pursued anthropological research in mainstream schools. She was later reunited with Mario when he was a teenager, and they became really close collaborators. As a lecturer at the University of Rome, she told other teachers, "Now, what really makes a teacher is love for the human child, for it is love that transforms the societal duties of the educator into the higher consciousness of a mission." Maria's methods challenged the traditional education system. She believed that children are naturally curious and capable of self-directed learning when placed in a supportive, stimulating environment. In 1907, she opened her first school, Casa de Bombini, or the Children's House, in a poor neighborhood in Rome. At the opening of the school, which really didn't draw that much attention, Maria said, "I had a strange feeling which made me announce emphatically that here was the opening of an undertaking of which the whole world would one day speak." So part of what makes someone Sendy is their belief in their mission. As she had a great belief in the work she was doing and the value it had, Maria effectively really manifested her success. At the Children's House, children were placed in an environment where activities were designed to support their natural development, giving children power to educate themselves. She was later to refer to this as auto-education. In 1914, she wrote, "I did not invent a method of education. I simply gave some little children a chance to live." Here, she refined her philosophy and methods, observing how children thrived when given independence. This was surprising to many. The children in Maria's programs could concentrate, pay attention, and even have spontaneous self-discipline. One story of her courage stands out. When skeptics dismissed her approach, Maria invited them to observe her classrooms. What they saw were young children joyfully engaged in meaningful work, writing, reading, counting, and even preparing meals. The proof of her method was in the children's enthusiasm and accomplishments. At the heart of Montessori education is the belief that children learn best through hands-on experiences. So Montessori schools prioritize independence, creativity, and learning through doing. So they are encouraged to choose their activities and take responsibility for their learning. And the classrooms are really filled with materials that spark curiosity and exploration. And they're also given practical life skills alongside of their academic concepts, because Montessori once said, the greatest sign of success for a teacher is to be able to say, the children are now working as if I did not exist. Her goal was not to control children, but to empower them. Another favorite quote of hers is, never help a child with a task at which he feels he can succeed. This belief in the power of struggle and perseverance resonates with anyone teaching children the value of hard work. So you don't have to spend thousands of dollars and send your children to Montessori schools to have the benefits of a Montessori education. Maria Montessori's life and philosophy offer valuable lessons for parents today. So I want to give you 4 tools to help your children learn independence, creativity, and learning through doing. So first, encourage independence. Give children age-appropriate responsibilities like setting the table or organizing their things. Small tasks can build confidence and a sense of capability. So I've made my share of chore charts in my time. When one wouldn't work, I would make a different one. I'll include a picture of some of the chore charts that I've used in the past that have worked pretty well for my kids, especially when they were young. I'm also going to include the fabulous plan for raising spiritual, well-behaved, and civilized children. I developed this after reading this really awesome book called The Parenting Breakthrough by Marilee Brown Boyack. So I'll put that in the show notes so you can look at it. But it's basically a list of ideas of things that children should be capable of doing at different ages. And I used this as my children were growing up to just check off and make sure that they had learned the things that they should at age-appropriate times. And we gave them chores that were appropriate for them at those different ages. So you can look for that in the show notes too. So also, number 2 is to foster creativity. So allow kids to explore hobbies and interests, even if they make mistakes along the way. Creativity flourishes in a supportive environment where failure is a learning tool. Don't take it too seriously, though. Your kids are exceptional because they are yours, not because they are the valedictorian, musical prodigy, or accomplished athlete. Allow them to explore many talents and abilities. My son Wyatt keeps talking about wanting to be a professional mountain biker. I've told him that being a mountain biker is a really cool part of who he is, and I try to tell him the other things he is too. This keeps him motivated to keep looking for more ways to explore creatively. There's a real balance between pushing a child to reach their potential and to just love their life. So number 3, value hands-on learning. Whether it's gardening, cooking, or building, let your children learn by doing. These activities teach practical skills and reinforce the connection between effort and reward. Lani's parents in episode 10 helped her learn this by giving her a job to do that helped the family. She felt real purpose in spotting screws in the drywall, and you can hear it in her voice how proud she is of being able to spot those screws. And we need to give our kids some opportunities to really demonstrate their abilities. Number 4 is to model resilience. Maria's life reminds us that persistence really pays off. Show your children how you tackle challenges with determination, and they'll learn to do the same. Maria Montessori once said, "Help me to do it myself." This simple yet profound idea captures her mission to guide children in becoming capable, confident, and creative individuals. You can become more capable, confident, and creative and teach your children to be resilient as you allow them to just send it, even if they fail. Being Sendy isn't about doing something crazy. It's about getting up, recalculating, and trying again after you've missed the mark. This is your Sendy mom friend telling you right now to do something that terrifies you and send it.